Hey everyone, and welcome back. Have you ever stared at a page of English text and felt your brain slowly drift away, like somewhere far, far away? Here's the thing, reading in another language isn't just about understanding words, it's about building confidence. It's about spotting how real sentences flow, how stories breathe, and how arguments actually come together. So here's what today's session is about. I prepared a passage for you, around 800 words, on a topic that actually matters to young adults like you: the art of saying no without feeling guilty. You'll learn useful vocabulary, natural sentence structures, and most importantly, you'll practice staying focused from start to finish. Here's how to make the most of it. First, find a quiet spot. Second, don't stop for every unknown word. Just underline it mentally and move on. Third, after reading, ask yourself, what was the main idea? That's it. No pressure. Ready? Let's begin. The power of a polite no. Why setting boundaries is a superpower. Imagine this. A friend asks you to help them move apartments on Saturday. You already have a deadline for a project, and you're exhausted from the week. But instead of saying no, you hear yourself say, "Sure, no problem." Later, you feel frustrated, not at your friend, but at yourself. Sound familiar? Most young adults struggle with saying no. We grow up hearing that good people are helpful, kind, and generous. And that's true. But somewhere along the way, many of us confuse being nice with being always available. The result? Burnout, resentment, and a calendar so full of other people's priorities that we forget our own. Let's get one thing straight. Saying no is not selfish. It's an act of self-respect. When you say no to something that drains your time or energy, you are actually saying yes to something more important: your well being, your goals, and your peace of mind. So, why is it so hard? Psychologists point to several reasons. First, there is the fear of disappointing others. We imagine that saying no will make us look rude or uncaring. Second, many of us have what experts call people-pleasing tendencies. We feel a deep need to be liked, so we agree to things we'd rather avoid. Third, some cultures praise constant busyness. Turning down a request can feel like admitting weakness. But here's the good news. You can learn to say no politely, clearly, and without guilt. It takes practice, but the benefits are huge. People who set healthy boundaries report lower stress, better relationships, and more time for the things they truly love. In fact, a study from the University of California found that people who struggle to say no are significantly more likely to experience emotional exhaustion. Let's break down three practical strategies. Strategy 1: buy yourself time. You don't have to answer immediately. Instead of saying yes on the spot, try this: "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." That pause gives you space to think. Often, the pressure we feel is self-created. A real friend will respect a thoughtful response. Strategy 2: use the polite no formula. This has three parts: appreciation, brief reason, alternative. For example, "Thanks so much for asking me to help with the event. I can't make it work this weekend because I'm finishing a big assignment. I'd love to help next time though." Notice there are no long excuses, no over explaining, just clarity and kindness. Strategy 3. Start small. Practice saying no to low stakes requests first. Decline an extra snack when you're not hungry. Say no to a phone call when you need quiet time. Each small no builds your boundary setting muscle. Over time, bigger requests become easier to handle. But what if they get angry? Here's the truth. Some people might react badly. That's uncomfortable, but it's also revealing. If someone only values you when you say yes, that relationship was built on convenience, not care. Letting go of those one sided dynamics opens the door for healthier connections. On the flip side, most reasonable people will respect your honesty. Imagine you ask a colleague for help and they say, I'd love to, but I can't right now. Would you hate them? Probably not. You'd likely appreciate their honesty. Give others the same credit. There is also a cultural layer here. In some societies, direct refusal is seen as impolite. In that case, soften your no without weakening it. You could say, I wish I could, but I'm completely unavailable. Or, that sounds great, but I have to pass this time. The key is to be firm yet warm. Let's be real for a moment. Saying no will never feel 100% comfortable, especially at first. Discomfort is not danger. It's just a sign that you're growing. Every time you honor your limits, you teach people how to treat you. You also teach yourself that your time and energy have value. So here's your challenge this week. Identify one small request you can politely decline. Practice the phrase out loud if you need to. Notice how you feel afterward. Most people discover that the fear was much worse than the actual conversation. To wrap up, saying no is not about being difficult. It's about being honest with others and with yourself. Boundaries protect your energy so you can show up fully for the things and people that truly matter. And that, young adult, is a real superpower. And you made it. Seriously, give yourself a moment. You just read over 800 words in English without stopping, without giving up, and with focused attention. That's not a small thing. That's real progress. Here's what I want you to take away. You didn't just learn about setting boundaries. You proved to yourself that you could sit with a longer text, follow a logical argument, and absorb new expressions naturally. That's how language grows, not through perfection, but through persistence. So go ahead, pat yourself on the back. If you want to go further, try summarizing the passage in 3 sentences. Or better yet, use one of those polite no formulas this week in English or your own language. Either way, you've leveled up today. Thanks for reading with me. Keep going. Keep growing. I'll see you in the next session. You've got this.